Hello students, I am V.L.N. Swarupini, lecturer in biochemistry from Sri Venkateswara College of Arts and Sciences, which is affiliated to Adikavi Nannaya University, Rajahmundry. Now, I would like to discuss about 3rd BSc 6th semester biochemistry elective paper, that is basic microbiology. So in the previous class we have seen about the replication in bacteria. So let's see the continuation to the topic, that is replication in bacteria. So in the previous class we are discussing about the sexual reproduction in bacteria. So this process of sexual reproduction in bacteria is mainly occurred by genetic recombination, and this genetic recombination is observed in three different methods, that is conjugation, transformation and transduction. And this particular genetic recombination or genetic material recombination will be carried between two bacterial cells, and the first cell will be the donor cell. That means it is giving the genetic material to the second cell, and the second cell will be called as recipient cell. Here this recipient cell is receiving genetic information from the donor cell. So basically these two cells undergo genetic recombination process through three different methods called conjugation, transformation and transduction. Now let's see, just before going to the major class, let's see what is conjugation, transformation and transduction. So here in the conjugation process, F plus cell and F minus cell will be there. F plus cell is called as donor cell or male cell, and F minus cell is called as recipient cell or female cell. Here this male and female cell can be distinguished by the presence of F plasmid or F factor, or few bacteria will have high frequency recombination level. Okay, so this high frequency recombination strain can also be called as donor cell, and this conjugation can be seen in F plasmid cells and also in high frequency recombination cells. So here genetic material will be transferred through a sex pile, and here this conjugation tube, this is also called as conjugation tube, and conjugation tube will be formed, and after that whatever the donor genetic material is present in the donor, that is transferred to the recipient cell, and later whatever the genetic material is transferred from the donor cell, recipient cell will, what it will do, it gets recombination process or genetic recombination between the genetic material received from the donor and recipient genetic material. This is regarding the high frequency recombination strain. During the F plasmid, when F plasmid is present, so here whatever the donor cell is present, it contains additional F factor or F plasmid, and this F plasmid is transferred to the recipient cell through a conjugation tube, and here there is a replacement of F factor transferred to the recipient cell, and now recipient cell will contain both F plasmid and also the genetic material which it is already carried. So next transformation, here Griffith done an experiment using Streptococcus pneumoniae virulent and avirulent strains, which we can also call it as smooth and rough strains. So here what happens in the first step, have taken the smooth strain and injected to mice, and this mice was dead, and rough strain when given to another mice, rough strain was given and it is not affected, and in the third step we have heat killed the smooth strain and given to the mice, and there is no effect in the mice. And in the fourth step, he have taken a virulent cell, a virulent strain, and the heat killed virulent strain. Here what happens is, this mice which is injected with the two strains, that is a virulent strain and the heat killed strain, it was dead. So Griffith, he explained this conversion of a virulent strain into virulent strain is the it is done by the genetic transformation. So he explained this genetic transformation by this particular experiment. And the next one is transduction. So transduction was explained by Zinder and Ladenburg in the year 1952. So Zinder and Ladenburg, they explained this transduction in the year 1952. So this is also a kind of genetic recombination, and they observed and explained this transduction process in Salmonella typhimurium, okay, and also discovered that whether E. coli type of genetic exchange is done by this Salmonella typhimurium or not. That means after Griffith experiment, these scientists Zinder and Ladenburg, they have got a doubt whether this sort of transmission is done in all kinds of bacteria. So he have selected Salmonella typhimurium for their experiment, and they end up with the identification of a new kind of gene recombination, that is transduction. Okay, so here let's see what happens. So this particular Salmonella typhimurium, which shows this particular transduction, this is based on the bacteriophages. That means the genetic material transformation is done here also, but this is done through bacteriophages. Okay, so here the other two methods or genetic recombination methods, that is conjugation and transduction, they just only when plus strain and minus strain, when they come in contact, what happens, genetic information will be simply transferred. But regarding this transduction, what happens is involvement of virus particle, that is bacteriophage. So bacteriophages are the viruses which infect bacteria. So these bacteriophages, what they do is they infect the bacteria, and they take over the metabolism or the functions that occur in that bacterial cell, and they utilize bacterial metabolism or bacterial cytoplasm for their development. That means they utilize bacterial space for viral replication, and during that process the genetic material of bacteria will be transferred to another bacterial cell. So let's see how all this will happen. Okay, and as I said earlier, this transduction is of two types, and that is generalized transduction and specialized or restricted transduction. So here whatever the bacteriophage is being involved in this transduction process are also called as transducting phases. So let's start with the generalized transduction. So here this transduction will result in transfer of any bacterial gene from one bacterial cell to the other. Okay, and this is called as generalized or non-specific transduction. That means generalized transduction, what happens in this generalized transduction is any bacterial gene that means randomly this bacteriophage will take bacterial gene and it will carry to a new bacterial cell. So here any bacterial gene from first bacteria to the another one to other one, and here there is no specificity of the bacterial gene which this particular bacteriophage is carrying to the new bacterial cell. That's why this is called as generalized transduction. And examples for this generalized transduction are E. coli and transfer of phase T1, transfer of genetic material using phase T1 is the base in this particular E. coli transduction, and transfer of genetic material through phase P22 in Salmonella is also a generalized transduction. Okay. So in generalized transduction, some of the developing phases during their normal lytic cycle may accidentally acquire piece of bacterial DNA. So here what happens is, initially we should know about virus, and these viruses are not a life living things. Okay, these are not living things, and but they show few characters of living things. Okay, and these viruses, they can't undergo replication or they can't reproduce by themselves. They always depend on other biological organisms or other organisms for their reproduction. So in the same manner, bacteriophages depend on bacteria. Okay, so they infect bacteria. So and then what happens, these bacteriophages, they enter the bacteria, they infect the bacteria, and they start taking over the bacterial space. That means they will hijack the bacterial cell, and from then what they'll do, they start replicating using the bacterial enzymes and bacterial cell. Then during that process, that means here what happens, virus replicates along the bacterial replication. It will use the bacterial replication mechanism for its replication. So during that process, this virus accidentally will take few any gene or some part of the bacterial DNA. Okay, so this is a generalized transduction. And after acquiring this bacterial DNA, this virus proceeds its replication process, completes its replication process, and it will leave the bacterial cell by lysis of the bacterial cell. So here at the end of the transduction, bacterial cell will be dead. That means by lysis, this bacterial host cell will be lysed, and the newly formed viral particles or viral cells will be released, and again they will go to a new bacteria and they'll infect the new bacteria. Then what happens, whatever the bacterial genetic material that particular virus have taken accidentally, it will give to that particular new bacterial cell. So in this manner, transduction or genetic recombination is carried. So let's see. So let's see once the diagram. First phase, DNA attacked bacteria. So it have released its genetic material into the bacterial cell. So here a virus infects bacteria, means nothing but the genetic material will enter, and genetic material is responsible for the infection. So we all know virus genetic material is only, And here this genetic material of virus, what it will do, it will take the help of the bacteria for its replication. That means it will replicate along with the bacterial replication, and accidentally it will take a portion of the bacterial DNA. So here along with bacteria, this virus will replicate and take accidentally a portion of DNA, and during the packing process bacterial DNA will be packed to few or one viral particle, and when this viral particle infects new bacteria, this will release the bacterial DNA, and this bacterial DNA will be combined to the DNA which is present in the bacteria. Then recombination will occur. And this recombinant genetic material will be seen in the new cells, that means new bacterial cells after binary fission. Okay, so this is how this bacterial genome genetic recombination is done. So firstly what happens, bacteriophage will infect the bacteria and it will inject their DNA into the recipient cell, and what happens there, replication will happen, and host bacterial cell will undergo lysis, and the viral genetic material, viral particles will be released, and bacterial cell genetic material will be present in one or two viral particles, and this virus when infects new bacterial cell, then this first bacterial cell genetic material will be injected into the new bacteria, and now recipient bacterial cell, what it undergoes replication, in which the recombined whatever the recombination that has done, that recombination cell or recombination genetic material will be seen in the newly formed generation. Okay, and this bacteria after binary fission, whatever the newly synthesized bacterial cells will be there, in that particular bacterial cells new or recombinant DNA or recombinant genetic material will be seen. So now let's see about specialized transduction. So specialized transduction. So this is a restricted transduction. We can also call it as restricted transduction. So here transfer of any one gene from donor to recipient bacterial cell will be seen. So here only one gene is selected, so that's why we call it as specialized or restricted transduction, and this leads to the transfer of only specific or restricted gene from donor to the recipient cell. Okay, so only that specific or restricted genetic material will be transferred, and specialized transduction is mediated by temperate bacteriophages like lambda phase or mu phase or null 80 phases. So these kind of temperate bacteriophages undergo this specialized transduction, and they incorporate or they integrate their DNA into the bacterial chromosome. Okay, so see the diagram. Here lambda phase attacked bacterial cell. So this is the lambda phase, and it released its phase DNA into the bacteria, and this is the bacterial DNA with different kinds of genes. Okay, and now what happens in the lysogenic cycle of the bacteria? This phase DNA, it will take and it undergo recombination and it forms a recombinant DNA. Okay, recombinant DNA. Here if you see, this gal gene is from the bacteria, but it was in the viral genetic material. Now this undergo lytic cycle. Okay, in the lytic cycle, n number of this recombinant DNA molecules will be produced. Okay, and later this viral particles will be multiplied and cell lysis is seen. And after cell lysis, again this newly formed viral particles, they infect new bacterial cell and they release this recombinant DNA, and again this new recombination will be seen in the bacteria, and whatever the new progeny or new generation which is formed from this bacteria through binary fission, they will have this recombinant genetic material. Okay, this is how these bacteria undergo transduction process by using with the help of bacteriophages or temperate phases. Okay, so these are the different types of reproduction methods that we commonly see in the bacteria. Okay, so this is for now. So please write the notes properly. If you have any doubts, please contact me, and I will also post these material PDFs for you in the WhatsApp group. Please follow all those PDFs and complete your notes as soon as possible. Thank you, students.